Hi, I'm Paul, and welcome to this Digicast, Managing Photos in iOS. Today we're going to focus on the Photos application, looking at how the Photos app manages your photos for you and how you can take control of them yourself. The Photos app is the default repository for all images and videos captured with the built-in camera. Also, any screenshots, images saved from the web or from other applications such as mail or messages will all appear here. Opening the Photos app, I see along the bottom that there are three main views to the application: Photos, Shared, and Albums. The first view that we're on now, Photos, shows me all of the photos that have been stored inside the Photos app. In the Photos app, I can either tap on the date or the place name to see my photos in Places view. This will show me a map of the world and show me where all the photos I have taken were physically taken. This information is created by the GPS on your device, and as we start zooming in, we can see the various locations where I have taken pictures. This is a very handy way of finding images if you remember where they were taken, but not quite when. I can tap back on years to see my photos again. And now I can put a finger on my photos and simply scrub between them to find the photo that I'm looking for. When I found the photo I like, I release to have it open up. In this case, it's a video. Tapping back to go to Moments, I now see myself inside the hierarchy, so let's look at that again. From Years, I can tap on my photos to go into Collections. These are loosely based around the time and generally within about a month or so of each other. Looking through my various collections, I can tap on any one of the images to see the day when those pictures were taken or the videos were captured. Tapping on an image again will take me into that image full screen. Inside this moment, there are a few other images which I can see on the bottom, and I can either scrub between them with my finger, or I can swipe along the screen to have a look at the pictures. Up at the top right, you always have the opportunity to search. So now we can start searching through our photos for whatever we might be looking for. As you can see, I have some previous searches, and it also starts to reference some of my albums, like favorites, making it easy for me to find the pictures I'm looking for. In my album view, I see the various albums on my iPad. Some of these the iPad has made for me, such as panoramas and videos, as well as this album from Sketch, another app used for editing pictures that automatically creates an album in the Photos app where it saves its exported products. To create a new album, tap on this plus button, and now give your album a name. Now, I'll browse through all of my images and look for the images I'd like to add to this album. Now, I have my new album. From my album, it's also possible for me to create an ad hoc slideshow that I could then quickly use to present all my images. Let's go to the camera roll. Inside the camera roll, I'd like to group all of the images together that I'm going to be using when I create my book, which is one of the upcoming projects that I have to do. To group all the images into one album, I'm going to tap the Select button, and then tap on and thus select all the images I'd like to use. Now, I'll tap the Add To button, and I'll be given an option of all the albums it's possible for me to add this image to. I can't add it to panoramas or videos because not all of the images meet those requirements. If I don't have an existing album I'd like to add to, I can now tap on New Album, and then give my new album a name. Back in my albums view, I now see my new album full of the images that I've added. If you're in an album and you choose to remove an image from the album, you can select it, tap on it, and tap the trash can. You now get the option to remove the image from the album. This does not delete the image from the device, as we've mentioned earlier. Inside the camera roll, it's also possible for me to delete some images. So here's one that I took, it's a bit skew, and I'd like to delete that too. I now say delete photo. These photos all now go into the recently deleted album. All the images will remain here for 30 days before the iPad automatically removes them, giving you some time to change your mind. But if you've been deleting photos to free up some space on your iPad, you can go select and then delete all of the images at once to remove them permanently. Or if you've made a mistake, you can choose recover all, and that will put all images back into the camera roll. So that's managing your photos in iOS, where you can view your images by the year or the moment that they were taken, or even the place where the image was shot. And we've also had a look at albums, creating your own new album and then adding photos to it, or selecting photos from the camera roll and either adding to an existing or creating a new album from there. We hope you've enjoyed this Digicast, and we look forward to sharing our next episode with you, editing photos in iOS. This is Paul. Goodbye for now.